Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, May 1st. A very active weather pattern setting up for much of the nation, especially the eastern half of the nation. We'll have the chance for strong to severe thunderstorms early tonight in the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. Any thunderstorm that forms late today or early tonight ahead of a strong cold frontal system can contain some damaging wind gusts and certainly some downpours as well. This is a 7-day forecast from the NOAA forecasters for total precipitation amounts between now and next Monday, and most of this heavy rainfall can occur during a late week significant rain event here in the eastern U.S. It looks like another significant cold shot will approach the northeast U.S. at the end of the week, and strong low pressure will form along that frontal boundary zone and perhaps produce some soaking rainfall for D.C., Philadelphia, New York City late Thursday night, Friday time frame. And once that cool air for this time of the year moves in, it'll stick around throughout the upcoming weekend. So a lot of activity going on, especially in the eastern U.S. with a strong to severe thunderstorm threat early tonight with cold front number 1, and then a significant rain event possible late this week in the I-95 corridor and much of the eastern U.S. with cold front number 2. Well, let's now focus in then on that strong to severe thunderstorm threat for the I-95 corridor and much of the eastern half of the nation, eastern third of the nation over the next 12 to 18 hours or so. This is the forecast map from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. Enhanced chance of severe thunderstorm activity in much of the mid-Atlantic region. A possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms all the way to the coastline. Most likely timetable for this strong to severe thunderstorm possibility in the D.C., Philadelphia, New York City metro regions is 5 or 6 p.m. to about 9 or 10 p.m., maybe a little bit later than that across New York City, but certain possibility exists for some strong to severe thunderstorm activity containing damaging wind gusts and downpours early tonight with the advance of this strong cold frontal system number 1. There'll be another strong cold front advancing into the northeastern U.S. at the end of the week, and that can be associated with a significant rain event. Well, let's now focus in on this possibility of severe thunderstorms this evening in the I-95 corridor. Lots of players on the field. We'll talk about upper level support in a couple of minutes here. Down at the surface, here's the latest surface map. First of all, a strong cold frontal system working its way through the Ohio Valley right now. Strong low pressure area situated over Iowa, and this has some very cold air for this time of the year. This particular area, the northwest flank of this storm, is experiencing snowfall right now. First day of May, some snow in Minnesota all the way down to the Nebraska area on the northwest side of this low pressure area. Notice here in the northeastern U.S., we had a backdoor cool frontal system that we talked about late last week that certainly made a difference in the temperatures on Sunday in Philadelphia, New York City, and even a little bit down in D.C. A little bit of a cold pocket still situated over southeastern Pennsylvania this morning, interior New Jersey. That should erode away over the next couple of hours. This backdoor cold front should turn around and advance to the northeast as a warm front over the next few hours. Certainly no problem for temperatures in the D.C. metro region to jump to 80 degrees this afternoon. Most likely we'll see a jump in the Philadelphia metro region from the 50s this morning to perhaps the upper 70s, maybe 80 degrees this afternoon, and certainly well up in the 70s across New York City as this front advances. The winds will start picking up out of the south and southwest. That'll kind of mix the atmosphere and help to erode any residual cool air pockets down in the lower levels this morning. And again, it should become warmer this afternoon. Well, here's a nationwide look at the radar map this morning. A band of showers and thunderstorms extending from the Great Lakes all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, all associated with that cold frontal system working its way through the Ohio Valley. Spinning area of low pressure right over Iowa. All of this, much of this in the form of snow this morning from Nebraska across South Dakota into Minnesota. Very cold air for this time of the year, pressing across the northern plains into the Great Lakes, and that cool air will work its way eastward into the eastern U.S. It'll turn somewhat cooler behind the frontal system on Tuesday, and then even cooler than that on Wednesday, well below normal for this time of the year by the middle of the week in the I-95 corridor. Well, let's walk through the 500 millibar forecast maps from the 06Z GFS model run. All of these maps, by the way, available from tropicaltidbits.com. We'll focus in on the upper level right now, and then we'll look at the surface forecast maps. Vigorous upper level low supporting that surface low pressure area over Iowa. Again, cold air, cold enough for some snow on the northwest flank of this storm. High pressure ridging still hanging on here in the eastern U.S. Again, it should turn warmer after some surface cool air erodes as that cold frontal system advances from the Ohio Valley in to the eastern U.S. Let's move ahead now in 6-hour increments. Here we are by early tonight. Notice this upper level low here over the Great Lakes region, a negatively tilted upper level axis moving into the Mid-Atlantic region. That supports the possibility of some strong to severe thunderstorms. Negatively tilted in the upper part of the atmosphere leads to upward motion, and that'll be situated right on top of D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. Again, the best timetable right now looks like 5 or 6 p.m. to 9 or 10 p.m. in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City. A little bit on the earlier side in D.C., a little bit on the later side in New York City. Let's keep moving ahead here. And here by Tuesday morning, most of the activity will be over with by Tuesday morning. Tuesday itself turns out to be a pretty decent day with some sunshine in the Mid-Atlantic region, quite breezy, a little bit cooler than today, but as we move forward here, even cooler air moves in by Wednesday morning. Here we are Wednesday morning, a flattening of that upper level low. Decent day on Wednesday, a little bit cool for this time of the year, but notice already shortwave in the upper part of the atmosphere starting to set up here in the middle part of the nation. This is the Wednesday morning. Now when we move forward, this upper level feature will really deepen into a vigorous upper level low here now by Thursday morning. Here we go, a setup starting to smell like the possibility for severe weather down in the southeast U.S. come Thursday, and strong low pressure will be developing in the deep south on Thursday and head towards the Great Lakes region, kind of a redevelopment in the Mid-Atlantic region, all leading to the potential for a significant rain event for D.C., Philadelphia, New York City in the latter part of Thursday night, Friday time frame. Let's keep moving forward here. And here we go, Thursday night and by Friday morning. And you'll notice one thing, this deep upper level low will move only very slowly. So once we get cool and unsettled here in the northeast U.S. at the end of the week, it'll stay cool right through the upcoming weekend. And here we go by Saturday morning, still vigorous upper level low spinning over the northeast U.S. Cool air moves in, and by the way, this cool shot can support some snow in places like higher elevations of West Virginia at the end of the week, western Pennsylvania, maybe northern Pennsylvania as well. Cold enough for some snow by the end of the week, early part of the weekend here. Let's keep moving forward here. By Saturday night, still spinning in the northeast U.S. and a classic omega blocking pattern is setting up. Whenever that sets up, upper level features move very slowly. Here we're stuck with upper level low over the northeast U.S., upper level ridging over the central U.S., and upper level low over central California by the end of the week. This is your omega shaped pattern here. If you follow the upper air heights here, it represents a omega shape in the Greek alphabet. Hence, meteorologists refer to this as an omega blocking pattern. Once we're in this upper level low situation here in the northeast U.S., it'll stick around for several days. Well, let's now go through the surface forecast maps from last night's 6Z GFS model run. This is the current situation Monday morning. All of this green associated with that cold frontal system. Notice some blues out here on the back side of that low pressure area this morning. That represents areas of snow. Let's move forward in 6-hour increments. Here we are in the middle part of the afternoon, still maybe dry, but it could be a shower certainly during the mid-afternoon hours. But again, I think the best chance will be early tonight for those showers and embedded strong to potentially severe thunderstorms in the I-95 corridor region. Again, maybe 5-6 p.m. to 9-10 p.m. Some storms can possibly contain damaging wind gusts and certainly some downpours. Surface low pressure over the Great Lakes region. Here we go by tomorrow morning. Most of that activity is by here. Will be quite breezy on Tuesday, a little bit cooler than today. And then as we move forward, even a little bit cooler on Wednesday. This is now Wednesday morning, still brisk, cool for this time of the year, below normal. Notice a lot of moisture starting to set up here, even some surface low pressure by Wednesday morning, and that will evolve into a major storm system by Thursday morning here, cutting up the Ohio Valley from the deep south towards the Great Lakes. Potential for some severe weather in the southeast U.S. in the Thursday time frame. High pressure hanging on early Thursday, but by later Thursday, I think rain is a good bet here in the I-95 corridor. Quite windy. More or less a strong warm frontal system will produce some rain initially late Thursday night into Friday morning, and then we'll be dealing with the cold frontal type rain on Friday, and kind of a secondary low forms here with the initial low weakening over the Ohio Valley. A strong low pressure area forms just to the east of the initial low over the Mid-Atlantic region. Some significant rainfall potentially here on Friday along the east coast here. Now we move forward into Friday night and early Saturday morning. All this blue showing up here again. There can be some snow in the higher elevations of West Virginia, maybe western Pennsylvania, and even out over the Ohio Valley. Quite cool and breezy, still a little bit unsettled around here in the Mid-Atlantic region on Saturday. That cool air mass will certainly stick around right through Sunday as we have that omega blocking pattern setting up in the upper part of the atmosphere. It looks like much of May can be cooler than normal for much of the country, contrary to April, which turned out to be much warmer than normal for much of the eastern half of the nation. So a lot going on. Possible strong to severe thunderstorms early tonight in the I-95 corridor region from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. A significant rain event possible at the end of the week associated with another cold shot of air for this time of the year moving into the eastern U.S. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorey.